Right then, see if we can catch a carp live. See what's happening, see who's joining. Waiting, we're already live, mate. What's it saying now?
Can you see the screen just like that?
Yeah, I can see the screen, yeah. Is it still not live? Oh, have you? Be nice to get a live take though, wouldn't it? Tight lines, mate. Happy days. Cracking little venue though. Steve, Bosch, I can see you, pal. Just waiting for a screamer. Five votes. 16 people watching. Can't wait to get out for 4 nights in 2 weeks. Down Farlow's. Come on, the 40 pounder. Get on, Jay. Getting eaten by flies. You'll be alright, son. Rain's been on and off. Giving it a bit of the old rain boy, innit? Yeah, yesterday was banging. Today, not so much. What rigs and bait are you using, James? So we've got the IQD fishing on the wafter. I got salty squid on one, peaches and cream on the other. What rigs have you got on, Jake? You got one IQD, haven't you? Yeah. And then you got a snowman rig. Yeah. He's fishing with bottom bait, sail, topped off with a little bit of pink sticky. Hopefully we get a live take for you guys. Yeah. You certainly caught some fish, we know that much. Cracking little venue though. So Jakey's over there, chilling out under the brolly. Remember, we ain't got the mics on, so you might have to speak up a little bit. Microphones went dead, so you get level again now, don't I? Steve saying I'll have to read what he's just ripped there, isn't it? Fished there 30 years ago, good days, nights, fished there often back then. There was a 22 pounder in the first plon, plenty of over 10 plus, ended to pop down to see John very soon. Intend to pop down and see him very soon. Yeah, no one comes here anymore, mate. A lot of people got put off when the otters got in. A lot of the big fish, are not sure if they're gone or not, but there's still certainly fish here. But it's nice because it's nice and private now. Rocking out with the old coffee, look. The old hotter chocolate, mocha chocolate, whatever they're called. Hell of a view though. Absolutely stunning. What are you doing on your phone, Jake? Looking at TikTok. 21 people watching. So what's everyone up to? Anyone got any plans today? Anyone doing anything adventurous? What's the weather like where you're to? You can currently see that it's raining here. 20 people in the house. Only 2 people liked it though. Anyone new to the channel just popping in, very much appreciate it if you check out my other content. Just nice and peaceful though, isn't it? Relaxing. Interested in anyone else fishing at the moment? You'll have to rebait one of your... Have you rebaited that margin rod recently? Yeah, this morning, but not now. You might have to rebait it. Chuck a few kilos down there, boy. Get them on the munch. Jacob's rocking out with the Nash Dwarfs, the Shimano 6000 bait runners. That's his IQD with the pink wafter. "16 boats, can we get a live take?" Hopefully we will. That's the hammer, guys. Jigs is in the house. Watch him get his rig set up, I suppose. Getting some more of that goo on, is you, son? He likes a bit of that goo. He's got more on his hands than what he's got in the bottle, mine. How's Kentish spearfishing, James? That's changed hands as well now, mate. Millets, that there's been took over by a new owner. They took out all of the small fish. restocked it with, I believe, 40 or 50 big.
Yeah, do that, mate. Side done. Oi, oi, folks.
How you doing, mate?
Beautiful, Jacob.
Beautiful, son.
Yeah, Si, we
Caught plenty of fish,
but nothing of any size.
seem to have a plague of tench. We have had carp. I caught a couple carp
in the night as well.
Nothing of any size, mine. But
we don't know what's in it.
Here. Or what's left in here, should we say. Not caught me a tench in years. Tench love the rain. They certainly do. I was a bit surprised how many tench are
actually in this lake.
I'm sorting my pond out in a
bit.
Treated for flukes earlier in the
week, so going
to give a small water change
and turn the UV back on,
do some scrapes, then sort my trickle for next weekend. Happy days,
mate.
If you don't catch anything, it's still better than being sat in the house.
That's very true, Jigs.
But we have caught a
decent amount of fish, to be fair.
I did notice it was all
locked up when we popped down there. I might pop down Kentish Spear, have a look.
Also fished that 30 years ago
many times.
Yeah, you have to ring and book now with a lot of these venues, but you
definitely have to ring
Kentish Spear or Millais. Hello, did the rats attack
during the night?
No, the werewolves did,
mine.
We had a pack of wolves come in.
About 3 o'clock in the morning. I did tell Jake I had to wake up and fight them off.
Just to make sure they
didn't go near him.
Yeah. Happy where you from? We're
From Devon.
What's that? It is, isn't it? You're not putting no PVA bag on that one? So I can knock your PVA bag up if you want one. That's always a good thing to do, is make up
your PVA bags when it's raining.
And then rebait when it's not. I've seen you creeping further and
further over into my spot.
Well, you're looking for your back lead. Bloody wolves, I
was a zombie. Watched last night, Joys of Being a Bouncer.
I was on zombie watch,
should I say.
28 people watching
and only 3 people hitting that like button.
Give us a few likes for a
bit of good luck. Hopefully we get a live take. 33 votes though.
Be interesting we get that votes up
to 100.
I do love the sound of the Fox mic.
Micron M.
Proper donkey years old. I
Remember when I bought those alarms when I was 15 years old, I think.
I've had them for years. They certainly don't make
alarms like that anymore. Proper robust.
Yeah, let me just
show you something with that because it's wet.
Yeah, no, I'll send it in my phone.
I've got to rig him up some more of the old PVA mesh 5-meter funnel.
Careful.
Yeah, you basically, Jake, if you get this stuff wet when you're touching it with your hands,
yeah, I know.
None of it's no good. And any of your clothes that's wet as well.
Don't put it in clothes like.
Yeah, you got to just be a little bit careful. I've done it before. I put a brand new one on and dropped it on the floor when it was raining like this. Put it back in my bag. All of it was no good.
I'll just thread it on for you a
minute and then.
I'll take some more.
There you go, 4 now. Thank you very much.
I still have my
RXS. Must be 20-year-old.
Cannot beat the
Old stuff, odd. Nothing but bad things on the new ones. I've heard nothing but bad things on the new ones.
Yeah, I think that's
across the board, isn't it, these days? A lot of stuff they make these days is definitely not made like it used to be made. I think some stuff these days are made to run out in a certain period of time or break over so many years instead of last forever, because then the company knows that if they sell you a product that lasts just over the 12 months, so it doesn't affect their warranty, but then after the 12 months something goes wrong with it, that you got to go and buy another one off that company, so they end up making more money. I'm sure they do something like that with a lot. Like, look at a washing machine. Don't know if any of you guys experience the same as me. How long does a washing machine last before it bloody packs up or something goes wrong with it? I know they take some hammer when you got big families and they get used twice a day or every day, but
nothing's built like it
used to. How we doing, guys? Yeah, we're doing all right on Bacoy. We've had a bag full of tench out, about 7 carp,
but we're yet to break
into the double figures. Did lose well, I believe it was a better one last night. Took me right in a snag. Nearly got it out, but then snagged up again. My washing machine burst into flames, laugh out loud. Got a video on my phone before I had to drag it out. That's nuts. I'm a Shimano guy, especially the bait runners. Had all my stuff stolen twice. That's gutting, isn't it? The carp fishing gear definitely went up, didn't it, when people started robbing carp fishing sheds and stuff like that. This rain is fair coming down now, mate, isn't it?
Oh, Jake's in there, look, he's making up some PVA bags. It's not too bad here, to be fair. We're perched up underneath this tree here, overhanging tree. And it hasn't really got too bad, but now it's gone through the tree, it's coming down in big heavy raindrops. 36, we got 41 votes. Can we, I reckon when we get up to 100 votes, I reckon we're gonna nail a live take. What's that, mate? They're good to put pellets in the PVA bag, mate, because they explode a little bit better when they, yeah, do a little mixture of pellets and boilies. You can even crush a few of them up too. Thing is, it's great now my son's getting a lot better at doing all of the equipment, or learning how to do it all. It makes it a little bit more relaxing for me, because it's not easy teaching the younger generation how to carp fish, or how to do any sort of fishing, to be fair. And once they get a crack of how to cast, how to bait up, and all of those little things, it certainly makes it a lot more enjoyable to go out and relax myself. Best not to store it in any outside shed indoors. May come across some of it one day, as I mark all mine with a pen. Yeah, it's crazy, mate, how people do that, isn't it, these days? Problem is, with the way of the times, with this Facebook marketplace and all that sort of stuff, I mean, that's part of the reason when you see cheap gear, isn't it, online as such, because it's been stolen, sold, and within a day, it's gone. But it's how much all this stuff costs, isn't it? I mean, you think if you was to rob down there on my, not so much Jacob's gear there, but that's still expensive. My gear on my side, I mean, 2 Nash scope rods, 9-footers. I got the Matrix buzz bars, Matrix pegs, or stand, whatever they're called. Quarter bobbins, 2 Daiwa wing casts, 2 solar bite alarms, receiver. I mean, you're talking 600-700 quid there, aren't you? Just on that little setup, let alone taking a bivvy, the bed chair. I mean, the bed chair now, they're, yeah, £200-300 a pop, aren't they? It's a lot of money, and you break into someone's shed, you can get yourself £2,000-3,000 worth of gear without doing anything. Sarah Palfrey, happy anniversary, Mr. and Mrs. Whisperer, love the paddocks. Thank you very much. I did get a message this morning from the wife saying happy anniversary. Is that what? Is that why I wanted to come fishing? No, mate. Well, we booked to go fishing this weekend, and I ain't gonna lie, I forgot that it was our anniversary. It's only another day, innit? What's one extra day? More of a female thing, I think, innit? I shall treat her later on. Might actually go out for dinner tomorrow, actually. Go out for lunch somewhere. End tackle is where the money is. I went into the tackle shop of a week, only had a handful of bits, nearly £100. Oh, we didn't know it was your anniversary, mate. Happy anniversary, guys. Appreciate that.
Thank you ever so much. That backdrop's amazing though, isn't it? I like the way these trees are up here. Bosh, 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 bosh. Looks lovely. 52 votes. How many have you made up then, Rambo? Make a nice painting. That's the scene.
Yes. It would,
Wouldn't it? Looks even nicer down here. Look at it up there. Proper cool. I like the view from over here. Down through here. This is where it's at though. I reckon I should have the camera on my setup down through here. Cracking little venue. I got one fishing just off, see the island over here, so I'm just in behind the back of it. I didn't want to go too tight because there's so many snags there. Obviously
dead debris and branches snapped over.
fish love it, but
As soon as you get one on, they just take you.
you right in there. And I believe
I've lost 2 fish on it, and I think there's
a tree down there or something down there that's a hell of a snag. But believe it or not, most of the fish what I've caught have actually come,
obviously the size, the thickness of this bush here.
there's an alcove which comes in beyond the back here. Don't know if you can see it, but just up through this margin down through here, this is where most of the fish have come in from. It's cracking. But all the way down through here, there used to be spots all the way down through here, pegs, but it's so overgrown, it's like this all the way down through because no one fishes it anymore. When we turned up, obviously I had to get the cutters out and cut pretty much the same section as that. I had to cut all of that out just to get the rods here. But it's ideal because I've got all that section of the lake
And my son have got all of this section of the lake.
and as we're bivvied up right next to each other, it's cracking. Overhanging tree above us, and then waiting for you to get a take is like waiting for England to get a goal.
I love comments like that.
But what we said, the shed's the marker point, so that's our halfway goal. He's got all of that section, but he's caught a lot of the fish he's had down through here, down in this margin. He did, yeah. Morning, James and Jacob. How was your night? It was all right, to be fair, apart from the werewolves that come in just after 3 AM. Had a pack of wolves come in.
I had to fight him off. Jake was sound asleep. He didn't even want to wake up.
Didn't even help me. I would stay down there, but it is still drizzling and I've only got the t-shirt on. I told him he's lucky the vampires didn't come out. My mate takes a cordless strimmer with him. Yeah, that's the hammer, mate, that is. I mean, a lot of venues that you go, you don't need to. They all use wood chip now, don't they? And wood chip, every peg's done out for you nice and neat. But I do like fishing these sort of like old school fishing lakes. Private location. I mean, we've been here for, what are we coming up to, about 20 hours now, and we've not seen anybody, like, and we won't see anybody if we was here for another week. "61 people. Happy days. Only 2 likes, 56 votes. You're on your 4th PVA bag, are you? I might load up the old bait boat in a minute and drop another section of selection of freebies on me spot. Try to entice them. But the thing with this lake, we don't know what's we're even fishing for, really. We don't know what's left, how many's left, and they're not used to seeing baits or boilies. And I believe most of the fish are just living off naturals in here at the moment. How did Rambo's introduction get on at college? Here, Jake, someone asked you how you got on. You have to speak loud so people can hear you. How did you get on?
It was alright, it was quite a good day actually. And I was doing construction, I did carpentry, electrician, and central engineering. With the carpentry, we made these crosses with wood that I've just connected with just the joints in them. That was pretty good. And I got told that mine was the best, so thank you Dad for that one, innit?
Did everyone hear that? That's because I trained you from a young age, boy.
Yeah.
You was using a disc cutter at 3-year-old. The thing is with Jake, he's got an advantage, because I'm rubbish with the old reading and writing, but when it comes to doing stuff with my hands, I'm pretty good. Well, Jake's pretty good in the reading and writing. He's clued up upstairs. He's very smart, to be fair, for his age. He's one of the kids that's top of his class, but he don't really pay much interest in it because he says it's too easy. But he's also very good with his hands because it's how I've brought him up. But what was your favourite? Was it carpentry that you was going for? Koi addict, you caught all? Yeah, we caught a few, mate. Certainly caught a few. I have made a little video of us, what we've caught, if you know what I mean, on a video. Look at they, look, you've perfected they PVA bags, boy, ain't he? That's yeah, make a couple more. I'll have one if you make some when I rebait mine. Yeah, use the rest of them. Yeah, and then store them back in the pellet bag. Yeah, that's good. Good idea, mate. You have got a pack of they Robin Reds as well, but that you haven't opened them yet, have you? Yeah, no point opening them.
I've got another pack of pellets anyway.
I've got pellets open here if you want to pinch any of these pellets. I did honestly think by the action that we've had, I thought we was going to get a live take for you guys. I reckon we need 100 votes and then it will start kicking off. You still putting boilies in there? For sale? It's almost lunchtime as well, isn't it? We'll best rack out with one of they pasties. long are you there for, mate? We haven't actually got a time really. I know we got to go back today because Jakey's got school tomorrow, but it depends what time Mrs. Whisperer wants to come up and pick us up, really.
I don't want to catch another fish before we go.
You wants to catch another one before we go. And I do believe as well, the rain that's forecast, what we've had, did say from 12 o'clock onwards they've got no rain, so it's always nice to make sure you get all your gear dried out before you go home, because else it's a ball's ache getting it all back out again, drying it all off. If you can get it cleaned and dried on the bank as you're packing away, it makes it a lot more of an enjoyable trip than getting home and then drying it all out again, doesn't it? If you got the room, I used to have a garage, see, I used to rent a garage from the council, and my house don't come with a garage, and I used to have it all set up so I could, if I had wet nets and bivvy and all the rest of it was soaking, I could just get back, hang it all in my garage, leave it for a couple of days and then go down and sort it all out. But now I haven't got a garage, it makes it a lot more difficult to sort it out, and I'm not one for packing away wet nets and bivvies and leaving it all in a bag when it's soaking wet, because it's not so bad if you're going out on a regular basis, but if you don't go out for a week or two in between, you end up all your gear gets mouldy, doesn't it, and don't do it any good. So I've always been one of those types of carp anglers or fishermen that if you look after your gear, the gear and tackle and everything looks after itself down to a point. You making me one, son? If there's anyone new to the channel as well, just checking in, see what's going on, would appreciate it if you jump across and check out some of my other videos that I've made. Subscribe to the channel if possible. MT Motorsport, a couple years back, I had all my gear in the garage and it was broken into 2 weeks before my France trip. It's gutting, mate, isn't it? You feel like ripping someone's head off when they do that. I've not been fishing for years. I was well into it before I had kids. Used to go France and Spain. Did the Nash Lakes a few times. Happy days. I do think there's a lot of people out there that there is a lot of people out there that now keep koi. Oh, sorry. The reasons why they keep koi is because they used to be a fisherman. There they is, jigs, mate. Never ever go fishing without a wagon wheel, or Mrs. Whisperer was cutting back a few pennies this week and she got on the old cartwheels, mate. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely love them. Love them, boy. Did you want this one? You're not really in love on them. Are you dissing off me cartwheels? Morning, James. What day you going British Koi Show? I'm hoping to go both days, but more than likely it will be on the Sunday because I'm still working on the Saturday at the moment at the butcher's. Years of building it up and gone in a blink of an eye. Now built it back up and it's all sorted in the house. Mrs. definitely not happy with it. See, the old cartwheels are alright, but you definitely don't get the layer of jam like a proper wagon wheel, do you? But they is half the price, so what do you expect? I'm giving the British Koi Show a miss. Almost a 4-hour drive
Yeah, I think it's a little bit further.
For me as well, Jigs, to be fair. But I'll go up on the Saturday. I'll book a cheap travel lodge or Premier Inn or something. Because I don't drive and Mrs. Whisper has to drive, and I don't expect her to drive up and back in one day. I spent too much at the BK show. Swerving this one. What's that, mate? Oh, you made me one. Look at that, look. I don't really have to teach him anymore. He's doing it for me. He's making me own PVA bags. Yeah, just leave it in your bag, mate. I'll come and collect it. Look at that sunshine coming up there, though. Absolutely cracking blue skies ahead. I could quite easily stay here all week, to be fair with you. Last night was mega, Jake, wasn't it? Us sitting out, cup of tea, had a bit of father-son bonding time, get the old campfire going, and as you can see where we had the fire, look, no mess whatsoever. I was just about to ask you if you drive. No, I don't drive. I'm blind as a bat. Not allowed to drive. Down to my eyesight. It's that bad. I went to the doctor's once. I walked into the doctor's. I whacked out me manhood, and I said, "Doctor, can you have a look at this one?" He said, "Why's that?" I said, "Well, I think there's a problem." He said, "What's the problem?" I said, "Well, it's an absolute beauty, innit, but I can't see it." Look, they're all laughing now, look. That temperature's certainly warming up, isn't it, today? That is one advantage when you do have the rain that we've had. Look at the steam coming off of that brolly. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. Well, can you see that steam coming off?
Yeah.
You're constantly getting hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, isn't he, boy?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking around it.
That's the hammer, boy.
That's the hammer.
We loves giving it some hammer. We loves giving it some thank your mother for the rabbits as well. My son told me a funny joke the other day. He said, "What's the difference between..." What's that say? That's a good one. It's a bit warmer today. Did you get thunder and lightning Friday night? We did in Northampton. Yeah, we did. Not so much the lightning, but it was certainly erupting. "87 votes, see, we're nearly at 100. We get to that 100 mark, I reckon it's all going to start kicking off." Beep, 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 beep.
Watch from Dublin about head of myself, tight lines, pal. Happy days. Morning, Mrs. Whisperer. Happy anniversary, sweetheart. Love you so much. One thing I didn't ask though, Mrs. Whisperer, are you cooking a nice Sunday roast for us when we get home? And Mrs. Whisperer, I hope you like this video because I only see 22 likes, and since you've come on, it's still only been 22 likes. And what's the verdict on that roast dinner, Mrs. Whisperer? Romantic meal for free. Why is that, Lisa? Is that because I need to eat 2 meals? Supposed to be 2. Not that kind of roast. No comment, I think. Yeah, she's probably gone off the live, I expect. She probably thinks I listen to his voice enough. I don't need to listen to him talking on the live as well. Not today. It's looking beautiful there. Having beef and roast teddies here. Taddies. See, we call them teddies. We call them roast teddies. What do you call your spuds? How many names is there for a potato? Spuds, jacket, mash, roasties, baked. She wants a different type of anniversary meat and 2 veg for her anniversary, James. She certainly does. Well, she certainly will have. Actually, I don't think it's possible. Even though I'm a butcher, but I believe it's that time of month. Taddies. I did see Mrs. Whisperer the other week in her van. Obviously delivering. We all like meat and 2 veg. How's it going, James? Hope you're good, mate. I am, mate. Thank you very much. Nice to have a bit of a break, to be fair. It's just so cool when you go fishing. I don't know what it is about it. Just whenever you go fishing, there is like no worries whatsoever in life. Cheers, me handsome. Certainly got enough made up there, boy, in this for a session now.
There's one dodgy one in there as well.
Check them out, look. He's perfected these little bags off. Nice and tight. PVA mesh. Got little 10mm sails at the top. Loads of pellets at the bottom. That ain't bad, boy. I'll give you that. That ain't bad. Not a meat and veg guy. Me, I prefer the old ham sandwich. I don't know, I like a bit of the old beef sandwich. Get stuck right into it.
Good old sail. Gotta love the sail. I do like the sail. I like the smell of it.
It smells a bit like powdered milk.
You reckon?
Yeah.
How do you know what powdered milk smells like?
You know, like, lambs, what they got to feed the cows.
Oh, what you feed the calves? The old beef curtains. Dick Walker loved a boiled spud for bait back in the day. Tristan Luck, hello. I'm fishing a lot with Pacific tuna at the moment. That's CC Moore, I believe, isn't it? We always used to use freezer baits, but I've been just buying these shelf life, and the way they make the shelf life nowadays, they're super soft, and it does certainly, I mean, without a doubt, fresh frozen baits really are good. But unless you're going off, you know, out on a regular basis and having freezer room, you've got a local tackle shop to you, it does make it easier to go and pick them up. But shelf lives are easy, aren't they? Just, especially the way they're made nowadays. Just want to hear it absolutely rip off, do you, son? If you want to have your pasty, mate, you can have your pasty. As soon as you get stuck into one of these pasties, son. Got to show the viewers before you smash that. Check that out for a pasty then. Certainly got no ginsters there. That's a proper Cornish pasty. Get E down your neck, son.
I like to eat it the other way around.
You like to what?
Eat it with the thing on the other side.
Eat it with a bag on it. That's the hammer, that is. Pork and stuffing sandwich is my favourite sandwich. Get on, Paul Colt. I like sausage and cider sandwich. Where you from, Koi Addict? It is. I've done some bigger Welsh 30s on them and a few Cotsworth 30s here and there. Hell of a pasty, that. Hell of a pasty. Anyone into the old pasties at all? I gotta admit, I gotta have at least one pasty a week. Sometimes I have more. Love a good pasty. That weather is banging though, isn't it, Jake? I would have thought we would have had a fish by now, to be fair. Nearly been on the live for an hour and we haven't had a fish. 99 votes, look. Who's going to be the 100th voter? 100 votes.
You had many carp yet? Yeah, we have, Paul. We've had quite a few, mate. Next time you go fishing, put a cube of luncheon meat on one rod. Guaranteed you get a take. That used to be the old days, didn't it? The old luncheon meat. I used to love using luncheon meat. When I was a kid, that's all we used. Luncheon meat, sweet corn. Used to end up eating half of the tin. Bread as well, floating bread crust on top. Hi James, had my fish in the pond now for a couple of days and they haven't fed yet. Any tips? Or is it normal? Depends how stressed out they are. If they're stressed, have you seen any of the fish flicking and flashing? I generally like, basically when they go in, they end up coming up and eating already. Your water quality's all okay? They're not sat on the bottom clamped up at all, are they? And do you have any other fish in the pond currently, or are they all new fish? I mean, really, you put fish into your pond, they can be stressed when they first go in there, depending on the size and if it's a new pond, but they should eat the first time that you feed them if everything's all right. I'm hot, hotter than a snake's ass in a chicken shed. Yeah, my phone's getting a bit hot. It just come up saying emergency. It's a bit warm. I think I need to let my phone cool down a bit. It feels I could cook an egg on it, I reckon. It's what you call hotter than a snake's ass in a chicken shed. It's certainly a bit warm. Yes, we're back. Jake doing tech, supporting good lad. He is a good lad, isn't he? He's on it. He's on it. But yeah, what I'll do, I think I'll end the live just because the old phone's overheating a little bit and I need to charge it up. I've only got 10% battery. So I might pop on later on, depending if we get a live take or not. Thanks everyone for tuning in, having a bit of a banter. Bit of the old yibbity yabbada jibbity jabbada. I'm gonna let my phone charge up without being in the sun because it don't do my phone any good and I need my phone to make my videos. So that being said, if I don't see you in a week, I'll see you for window. Thank your mother for the new carp. See you later guys.